Yeah. Let's kick this thing. Let's kick this thing off.
Let's kick it into the fucking song.
Yeah, dude.
Kick it to the moon. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Cool Podcast, the podcast where we apologize. We read anonymous listener apologies and we demand apologies. I'm one of your hosts coming to you remotely, Grant Winkles. Via remote satellite, we have Ryan Carlos Mencia Call. What's up, Ryan?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Ryan, the angriest man call.
If you're listening to this, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and listen right now, okay? I'm pissed off. We've been going through audio difficulties. Joe Rogan yelled at me in front of everyone at the Comedy Store. He interrupted my set. I was having a great set.
Yeah.
And now I'm like a bad guy.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that other name because beaming in also via satellite, we have Tommy Joe Rogan Bayer coming
Hello.
live from the Comedy Store. What's up, Tommy?
Hello, it's me, Tommy Joe Rogan Bear. I love fighting. I love CBD. And, I love giving COVID to the whole world.
To Dave Chappelle.
To Dave Chappelle. I love, giving it to people. And, that's my vibe. Tommy Joe Rogan Bear here.
Tommy's version of Fear Factor is just him riding the subway in New York.
Mm-hmm.
The reason
That's
that
it.
I was inspired to give you these names this week is because we were reminded this week of a controversy.
Well, what's your comedian name? You want to be?
I guess
Grant,
I would.
Nikki Glazer.
Grant,
Ali Wong.
Grant, Jenny Slate, Winkles.
Okay,
Hell
what about Grant?
All girl bosses.
Jenny
I'm
Wong,
totally fine with this.
Ali Slate.
Yeah.
And who's the first one I said?
Jenny McCarthy.
Joe McCarthy. Winkles.
Grant, Two Broke Girls, Winkles.
Hell yeah.
Grant, Emily and Paris Winkles.
Grant and Annette Winkles.
Oh, I like
Hello,
that.
it's Grant and Annette Winkles here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm beaming in live from Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Why do they call it Melbourne? Do they not know how their city's spelled?
They don't. Yeah, they don't
That's
do.
what it seems like.
They don't do R.
Melbourne. Melbourne. We don't know what an R is. We've never seen one.
Hard R. Never heard of it.
How can I be racist? I'm Australian.
How could I be racist? I've never pronounced the word R before in my
don't even
life.
say
Okay, I do like Australian or British guy who thinks that they're not racist because they can't
Yeah.
pronounce R's.
Hard R. Couldn't relate.
No, I don't like the people. I'm just saying I'm not racist though.
Oh.
I can't even say that. Oh,
Mhm.
Speaking of
I was
this,
saying a good thing about them.
Linguistically, I've never said a hard R.
linguistically, it's scientifically impossible for me to be a
Oh.
racist.
I was saying a good thing. I was saying how much more athletic they are than me. It's a good thing.
If anything, it's a good stereotype. This,
The Beatles. They're all racist. I don't know, John. I don't know. I just feel like
Oh,
I don't
George.
trust the Jews,
Oh, George Ringo. Let's get to the rally, mates.
Don't even get me started on Asians.
No joke. It does kind of seem like John Lennon would be racist.
Isn't one of the Beatles like a keep Britain white guy?
That's Eric Clapton.
Was he Beatles?
So yes.
No. Eric Clapton.
more like Eric, don't clap for that man.
Yeah, don't Clapton. Yeah, he's bad.
You hear what I just said? Did you hear me? Look at me. Look at me. Did
Okay,
you hear me?
Yes,
If you're
I
watching
did
this
hear
YouTube video, I'm talking to you. Did you hear me?
Yes.
See my apartment.
Dude, you
See
told me
my
to shut the fuck up earlier. So
Shut the fuck up and look at me.
This is the Ryan's angry episode. Ryan was having technical difficulties, and the
Difficult B's. You know what I'm saying?
Technical
Why don't you
difficulties
sit
not-
on my middle fingers? Huh? I got two of them.
sit and spin.
And guess what? They're 2 inches long, baby.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Grant?
Well, right then I was just imagining if this was like an online class situation and Ryan's like in 4th grade, but he looks just like this and he's just angrily yelling at the teacher and all the rest of the class. That would be. I like that.
I feel like the teacher. I think I'm the teacher.
You're the
who's
teacher
in class. Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, class, buckle up. Today we're going to be learning about loving pussy. So
we learned about love and pussy last week.
Shut up, Greg. Go to the office. Go.
Okay.
Leave your house. Leave your house. Go to the principal's office in school.
Okay. All right.
Go ask your mom to drive you to the principal's office. You're in trouble.
Mom, I need a ride to the principal's office.
Shut the fuck up and do your pussy homework.
Mom.
Okay, you're gonna need. Go get her keys. You're gonna need to drive to the principal's office.
My mom drives a motorcycle. Is that okay?
Yep, that's more than okay, Tommy.
I get to the principal's office and they're like, Greg, because you rode a motorcycle here, you're an expert on love and pussy. You passed. Actually, congratulations.
Donald Trump is the principal.
Nice. Trump University.
Actually, you're the principal now.
So I was gonna say I was inspired to give you guys those nicknames because we were reminded of an earlier controversy from last year, wherein I believe Ryan stole jokes from Tommy, and Tommy publicly.
No.
Publicly, it was.
No. Tommy.
Ryan's the Carlos. No, Ryan's the Carlos Mencia. I'm remembering.
I'm the Joe Rogan. I was involved. Yeah.
I stole jokes from Ryan, actually.
As a bystander, I'm pretty sure I have it right, but
I think now that I think about it, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Well, as a forestander, I think I have it right. You're a bystander. I'm a forestander. I was
okay.
There.
I'm a
union.
Yeah.
By us, for us.
Mm-hmm. No, but seriously, as a bisexual standard, hey, all right, hey, good morning. Good morning. It's good
standard. I see both sides of the issue.
Okay, well, now it's my joke, and also good morning. It's good to be here, you guys.
I already said it. I already completed the joke. You started it. I finished it.
All right, absolutely.
Tommy, I can't believe you just stole that joke.
Tommy, you're Germany over there, baby. And guess who I am? Russia.
Well,
you started it. I'm ending it.
Well, thank you so much.
So what? Somebody.
Welcome.
Thank you for saying I was Germany. If I was, it means a lot to me, actually.
Real quick, did you guys know in France they don't call them blinds or curtains? They call them let them see me.
Let them see me. Fuck.
Yeah. Let them see me.
That's
we do not believe in blinds over here because we show everybody are assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody owes somebody an apology. That's all I know. Did one of you want to take us through it?
Should we give the people the real story, Ryan?
Yeah, we were doing a horrible show in a VFW, I believe, or if it wasn't VFW, it was VFW adjacent. It felt like
VFW
a VFW
vibes. Yeah.
Not a great crowd. I think Tommy, you were hosting.
I was hosting.
So Tommy did like 10 up top. I think I did like 30. And then Tommy had to come back and do like 5 more minutes before the head because they were doing a raffle. So
it's always a raffle.
This is the best. If you're ever going to run a comedy show, make sure in the middle of the show you stop doing the show completely.
Yes.
Do something that is so different, and then after that's done, you go. And now we're going to go back. You know the thing we were doing before that. We're going to go back to doing that. So,
and then as a nice added layer, you bring back the first person who didn't do very well because there's no way to do well as the first person.
And the headliner
was just forgotten about.
And remember the headliner for those string of shows? It was that native guy who, man, he was weird. He was.
He did well. He did really well.
I don't know, man. I think I remember
or maybe he didn't.
No, he didn't do well. His set got really weird.
We need to bleep this, by the way. We need to bleep his name.
Yeah, let's bleep his name. But I remember his set always getting really weird, like 15 minutes in. I think he had like a decent 10 that was very road material, getting everybody on board and stuff like that. But then it just getting weird places,
But anyway, so I go up. I think I had a pretty good set with them. Tommy,
We
I
did
think you did too.
okay.
Actually, we both did.
I was really nervous because like the previous night it was like a bar show, and a bar show you can really kind of like, all right, I think I can handle this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a bar.
And we didn't have to be clean, I think, for the bar show. Whereas this one was like pretty squeaky. We thought.
The atmosphere of a bar is just like I can like, I can talk a little shit, I can get raunchy, I'm more comfortable, I can be in my element. But this was like in this weird VFW. There was like a cross, like a Jesus cross somewhere. It was
where
like
are we in the world?
We're in North Dakota.
We're in like this gymnasium, and there's all these like chairs and tables set around.
And there is just a giant bloody Jesus Christ on a cross, like in the corner of the room, looking very, very sad.
Very dead.
Much like how I felt when I was up there pandering to these people. I was their Christ.
And these are like older people, older white people, and if you're in a bar show with like some like younger, probably conservative white people, it's like, all right, we can get a little crazy, you know what I mean? But it's like these are like old conservatives, like 80s Reaganites, and it's just
make fun of Bill Clinton if you're ever in one of those
just
situations.
like this is just not. But so it went. So long story short, obviously, or long story long, it went a little better than we expected, and me and Ryan were having a decent time. Anyways, in the the middle, where after the raffle,
the intermission,
Ryan's like, you should do my Vietnam joke.
I forgot to do that joke, or maybe I was just like, I'm not sure if I can.
Yeah, you were like, I'm not doing it, and I was like, dude, you got to do it. It'll go great. And you're like, I don't know, it's about how my dad, or how I have gay sex with my dad's friend or whatever. It's a great joke.
You throw in a Vietnam War reference, which is
at a VFW where people have actually served in that war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's 12 guys with fucking Nam hats. You know what I mean? So
12 guys, only 20 legs.
The joke is basically just like, I have sex like my dad fought in Vietnam.
Reluctantly,
unsure if what I'm doing is truly the right thing, and with my dad's best friend Rod. What's up?
What's up is key at the end. You do what's up, and then you do a little Ryan dance where you kind of move your fingers a little bit, and you look a little autistic. That's how you really
my true self shine.
So I'm trying to get Ryan to do the joke, and he's like, you should do the joke, and I'm like, all right, I'll do the joke. And I've had we're having some beers in the middle, and it's all right, let's get a
We're obnoxiously drunk at this point. We've had 2 beers.
I've had 2 Miller.
You guys are babies.
We're looking at the raffle table. I dropped a TV.
Yeah.
We're just making a scene, ruining the show. We didn't get paid that night.
Yeah. Also, John Kennedy. Shout out to John Kennedy, our friend,
president,
friend of the show. He drops by because he's from Fargo, so he drives there, and his energy is riling us up. Anyways, I do Ryan's joke, and then Ryan, without me knowing, films it, posts on Facebook that Tommy stole my joke. Excellent prank. I mean, I think Ryan was like, I'm gonna post this on Facebook, and I'm like, that's hilarious. And it was really funny because I was actually getting messages from comics being like, why did you steal Ryan's joke?
Yeah.
As if like we're both just not in on the bit,
Yeah.
It kind of started like a scene-wide.
Why did you steal Ryan's joke at the show he brought you to, Tommy?
And then I did a long post, like comparing, like, blaming it to parallel thinking, like specific. As you all know, us comics, we're all viewing the world and taking the same things out of society. Yeah, whatever.
Dude,
one of those.
It came up on my Facebook memories, and I was just reading my post, and in the post I said that I'd already contacted the Minneapolis Police Department, and they'd already been looking into you, and they called you a sick fuck.
No,
and then I ended the post by saying, "Let's hope they bring him in cold."
My favorite was my lawyer Zachary Kagan will be contacting your lawyer Zachary Kagan.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It was always the best just doing dog shit road gigs, but they're always honest, with friends.
Mm-hmm.
This whole week has been fucking, I don't know, 4 degrees out with 30-mile-an-hour winds at work. Mm-hmm. And every day I'm just like, God, I gotta get back to stand up, man. I gotta get back to fucking doing North Dakota. I can't do this shit much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming back.
I don't think it ever is.
I had some hope this summer, but I'm like, dude, this vaccine rollout, like rich people are gonna get it, poor people are not, and like it's just gonna take like 2 years for like everybody to get vaccinated, you know. And also people are just like not going to, I don't know. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but like every single time I think about like things coming back this summer.
Hopefully you're Allie wrong.
No, I'm Allie wrong.
Oh, sorry. Dude, that sounds...
It sounds like so much more racist because we're like adding an R where there is no R. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't ever even be pronounced that way.
It does sound like we're children who have never actually heard an Asian person speak, making fun of what we think an Asian person sounds like.
Yeah, and then it's like let's just throw a lot of R's, you know?
Yeah. I think they do a lot of R's.
Yeah, very racist.
Well, I will say this about stand-up coming back is that it seemed like you see pictures in some places and it never went away. So
I've been asked, dude. I was asked to do Fargo, I think, next weekend, but I said no.
I'm doing Fargo in 2 weeks.
Really? When is that? Is that the 25th?
Yeah.
26th? They asked me to do that weekend too, and I said no.
Yeah, it's just so...
I just feel like maybe, Grant, I have better morals than you. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just so not safe. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like, it's so weird. I don't know. Yeah, I'm so confused because it's like, are people not getting sick over there?
They must not be.
Is there, like what? I don't understand the vibe because
somewhere in North Dakota,
there's just vibes.
I don't understand the vibe because it's like you think people would start getting sick because in the New York comedy scene, like so many comics got COVID and got really, really sick because they were like doing these sort of like not safe shows. But like, here's the other thing: everyone's kind of like realizes it's not safe and they're going at their own risk. And I just don't get it.
Listen, if a lot of people have to die so that I can do my little skits, I will do my little skits in front of as many people as closely packed as possible, So I do, my form of art is more important than millions
the public
of
health.
lives.
Yeah, the public health. Yeah, I agree. So that's why I took the gig.
But it's also like, but then I've said this before, it's also like, it is the government's fault. Like they're not letting like bars, they're not giving any.
They created it. They created
it.
And now we're back to the Chinese.
And they're not, but they're not giving any of the bars.
I think that was Allie wrong of them.
So it's like, I don't know.
It sounds so racist.
I don't know who to blame or who to be mad at or what. I'm so confused by the whole thing.
Well, the most important thing about all this is figuring out who to blame. So we got to get to the bottom of that first before anything. But I don't know. Like Sisyphus, we're gonna start doing shows again at Sisyphus in March. Because like
March does feel better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I told Fargo, I was like, let me know in March. I'd probably be down then.
Yeah. I think
it's just because
the numbers are going down.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that's what I was like thinking. I was like, oh, maybe in the summer, but I'm like, why is the summer in my mind for things to get better? Like, do I think a vast majority of people are going to get vaccinated? I don't know, but maybe not.
I don't know if it'll be a vast majority by then.
6 years.
Yeah, I don't know how to read, so it's just like I don't
know the last time I had a glass of water. I think I am some kind of camel human hybrid because I don't.
It's all those Camel cigarettes you smoked.
Yeah, and it's just like, look, I eat I go to the dumpster and I just see what's in there, and that's where I get my meals from, And it's just like I don't know if that's right or wrong. It's
what if hear me out? Shut up, Tommy. What if
Go off.
Joe Camel pivots and becomes Joe Campbell's soup? And he's really cool, but he's eating soup.
Dude,
you know?
and
So
his hump is filled with soup.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart, Grant.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I'm
I think
here.
that's really
I'm just here. We're doing alley oops today. That's what it is.
mm-hmm.
Allie, oops a daisy. Allie.
Wrong. I
Wrong.
don't know.
There we go. All right.
All right.
Speaking
This
of
has been, what, like 2 hours? How long have we been on?
well,
this?
we I don't know if you guys saw this. I sent this into the
4
group
minutes.
chat
Okay.
pretty late last night. We have a former apology. We got Morgan Wallen is in hot water yet again.
Yeah.
So he was caught on camera using a racial slur. Not sure which one. I think it's the bad one. And
Grant, why don't you run through? Will you run through audibly what ones he maybe could have used?
okay,
Just
yeah.
so we know.
So most likely it would be or something against the French people or Italians.
If that's Allie wrong, I don't want to be Allie right.
But so I sent this.
The N-word, they would say N-word because
most likely,
like it would draw more attention.
Yeah, probably, but
I think we're focusing. You guys, I think we're focusing a little too much on what word he actually said. I think that's wrong of you guys to focus on.
Well,
that.
even Joe Biden was like, "It's the question on everybody's mind is what racial slur."
Which one was it?
Racial slur does Morgan Wallen say? Is everyone
fireside?
Spill the tea, Queen.
Everyone's been thinking.
He's doing his weekly fireside chat, sponsored by GQ magazine,
yeah,
talking about it.
Those have been my favorite part of the Biden administration.
Are they photoshopped, or is he really?
That's the thing about living in this time. It's that like you'll look at something and you'll go, I don't even care if that's photoshopped or not. Like it's fine.
Dude, the one where he's holding the Starbucks cup.
Yeah, people are like, that's probably Photoshop, but I don't even really want to look into it because what do I care if it's not?
It's the luxury of being a content creator right now, because if you say something and put it out into the world that people don't react well to, you can just be like, yeah, that's a deep fake, that's a Photoshop, that's not real. That's what
we're gonna do with this episode.
Yeah, and I would suggest Morgan Wallen do that. But I sent this into the group chat last night. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was pretty late. His album sales have quadrupled since that news dropped, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's alarming.
So, boys, get ready for me to quadruple the podcast sales right now.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. That is very alarming, though.
It's just, I don't even know what to say about that. That seems like yet again a joke that we would write. But it's just the truth.
This is unrelated, but I just got a notification. You guys ever send a selfie of yourself to someone and then they just thumbs it down and don't say anything?
No.
Somebody just did that to me.
Who did that
to
you?
They just thumbs Jack Ross. Come on, man. I know you're listening, Jack. You're one of our many listeners.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I don't know. I think we can demand an apology from Morgan, but I don't know if you see the album sales spike like that, we might have more.
Yeah. What if I was recording and I just had like all of his albums behind? I've just bought like racks of his albums, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a bad thing.
It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up that he did that.
And I can't believe people are still buying physical copies of music. That's the most surprising part.
We can hear the album playing through your audio.
Yeah. It is very bizarre that.
I mean, it was weird too. It was weird too that I can't believe that he sang the slur and then recorded it.
I think somebody told me that it was like on a doorbell camera. Like
it's his hit single. It's I Hate and then the slur. Yeah.
I missed that.
And it's like a country anthem, it's like all my friends are from small towns and we all hate you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well,
Yeah.
that kind of explains why the album sales are going
We
up, I
all
guess.
believe in Q and I know. Yeah. Dude, my dad was telling me there's a bar by his house in Montana that has a big sign on it that says, "We believe QAnon."
Oh my
Wow.
God.
But
That's
also,
crazy.
he doesn't know how
QAnon
to pronounce
bars.
it. Yeah, dude, he doesn't know how to pronounce it. So he was like, "Yeah, I saw this bar. They have a sign out front." It sounds like he's a 1980s stand-up comedian, but he's like, they have a sign out front that says, "We support Quinnen." Can you believe that? I was like, "Who's Quinnen?" Quinnen. You know, Quinnen, the big conspiracy.
How is your
Quinnen
dad?
conspiracy.
How is your dad an MSNBC liberal and he doesn't know how to say QAnon? That
I don't,
seems.
dude. It is truly amazing. I almost recommended a book to him like a week ago, and then I was like, he doesn't read. I don't know if he even can. Like, why would I recommend this book to him? Why would I recommend The Road to my dad? He's gonna get like 2 pages in and go, I think I gotta go let the dog out. I gotta go give the dog a doggy ice cream.
I think I gotta go saw a piece of wood in half.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
gotta go stare at that Quinnen bar again. I gotta go stand outside of it at night and just stare at it and fume like a rural Batman.
Does he still have the upside down American flag hanging outside the house? The international sign of distress.
That's respect.
I'm sure he still has the dump Trump sticker on the garage that's in the shape of like dog shit.
I was thinking about this is that the news isn't going to stop. Like they can't stop talking about Trump, you know, like Trump will be covered, 3 times as much more than Biden throughout his whole administration. Yeah. Like I was like looking at a Seth Meyers video popped up on my YouTube algorithm, and he's still doing like those closer looks about Trump. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is just gonna keep going on. Like people love this guy.
Biden isn't interesting, man. Like
you gotta dig deep.
There's nothing interesting about a return to basically normalcy, though.
No, I don't think. I think you got to dig deep for the Biden cuts because I think there's a lot of ridiculousness, but they're just they're keeping it on the low.
Well, the media is also like, they're like, okay.
That's my favorite.
They're like, we all agree.
News company is the media.
the media.
But the media.
The media has pretty much agreed.
I'm your host. I'm your host, K-Anon. You're listening to the media.
The media.
It seems pretty.
It's actually pronounced Madea.
You're listening to Tyler Perry's The Media.
He's dressed up like Madea, reading the news. I love it.
Oh, mainstream Madea.
Yeah.
He's like
mainstream Madea. Yeah, I don't like that.
Madea. Today in Yemen, 50 were killed in a drone strike. That ain't right.
My God.
Yeah, my
God. There's a genocide happening in Yemen.
My God.
We're gonna go to Norbit with the weather. They couldn't get Eddie Murphy.
No, yeah. Checking in is Fat Albert from prison. It's Bill Cosby. Hey.
Little Big Mama's house in there too.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting that the media basically like cut off their own like supply by basically getting Donald Trump banned from Twitter. Like that was they all were clamoring for it for so long, and now it's probably like, oh shit, what did we just do?
The funniest thing Trump could do is
the funniest thing Trump could do.
It wouldn't be starting his own website, his own cult, or whatever bullshit. It would just be living like Obama was living when he like left presidency. Like it's just Trump's like jet skiing with no shirt on.
Dude.
Melania, and he's just doing like everything Obama did, like all the vibes Obama was living.
Imagine if Trump went on WTF with Mark Maron.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Marin's just as pumped. You know, he's like, yeah, there's Secret Service out.
we got
Trump
Trump
hates
and
my cat. He killed
we
my
got
cat.
Trump in the cat ranch.
yeah. I say build the wall, you say lock the gates. We're not so different, you and I, Mark Maron.
Did you guys
Honestly, I would listen to that episode.
Of course.
Did you guys hear that that clip that I sent you? It was going around Twitter of Mark Maron talking about like the fascist takeover and stuff.
So once that valve or that portal or that gear in the brain is busted wide open and filled with fucking fascistic crap, what do? You storm the Capitol. Well, what do those of us who know the truth do? Be scared and hope there's more of us? Everyone wants to keep their home and family safe, though, right? Am I right? On the basic level? Whether it's from a break-in, a fire, flooding, or a medical emergency, Simply Safe Home Security delivers award-winning 24/7 protection. With Simply Safe, you don't just get an arsenal of cameras and sensors, you get the best professional monitors in the business.
And then it just goes straight into a Simply Safe ad read.
That was
and
insane.
it's like,
Yeah, that was insane.
dude, I was literally in the shower just thinking about that the other day. Thinking about like if he, because he's always been like a badass like punk rock comedian, right? If he was able to see like into the future in like the year 1992 and like that's what he was doing, I think he would have fucking killed himself or something. Like, dude, that is
it's
such
crazy.
a.
At the beginning of that rant, it was like kind of like oh yeah, hell yeah, Mark Maron. You know, kind of like a classic like, ooh yeah, Mark Maron, go off. Okay, that's some truth. That's a little funny. All right, Mark Maron. And then it's just like and you're like, whoa, this man is fully broken. Oh God.
Well, that's part of the problem too with our culture right now is you have these social media echo chambers where, you know, you're repeating the same viewpoint over and over again, which is why I think that our viewers should check out Parler.
Yes.
It's a great app that you can see some other views other than your own, you know.
But it's the problem with capitalism too. I mean, if we get a sponsor, we're going to be like, I'm going to be amping up that sponsor like it's nobody's business for like that sweet $100 a month or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's hard to make shit without sucking companies' dicks.
Yeah,
we have multiple sponsors, and I would just like to say shout out to Gatorade, Carhartt, and Nicorette. We're sponsored by Nicorette, Carhartt, and Gatorade. So if any other, smaller sponsors even want to get on board,
we'll take
feel free. Now's the time. We're growing. We have 80,000 listeners every episode. We're
gonna get.
Do you think Morgan is going to apologize?
Probably.
And are we going to accept it? Because I don't know, guys.
No.
Yeah, let's say no. Let's go
All right,
ahead
Morgan, you're out. No longer friend of the show.
No longer part of the We Cool podcast family.
No.
I might have
to.
You know who else?
Make a video about Morgan Wallen because
you know who else is no longer part of the We Cool podcast family.
So for the listeners, we are switching studios. We're gonna be figuring out some at-home recording. So bear with us. We're gonna get it together. We appreciate it, and we apologize if we love you, and we apologize if this episode isn't up to your high quality standards of this podcast.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the episode. So.
a solid 35 minutes I will have to cut 17 out of.
Yeah. Guy who's really into QAnon but doesn't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, you heard about this Quinnan? It's fucked up, man. Apparently they're raping children.
Speaking of
Quentin Tarantino.
Ooh, QAnon Tarantino, baby.
Quentin Tarantino.
We had a missed opportunity last week when we were doing QAnon Matthew McConaughey, and I was thinking like Matthew QAnon, Matthew McQAnon, or I don't know. It's something. I guess it wasn't a missed opportunity.
That's just the thing about Q. That's just the thing about Q. Sometimes you're driving your Lincoln, and you just gotta blow up a small block in Memphis, while you're driving your Lincoln because QAnon told you to.
That news story really went away pretty quick.
Dude, you know what else kind of
Yeah.
is similar to that we never got any resolution on was the Vegas shooter.
Yeah.
We never, Steve Merchant, I think is his name, but like,
Yeah.
I remember there was like
Paddock.
Mm-hmm. There was like a week where they were like, oh, he has a wife or a girlfriend from the Philippines, and she went to the Philippines, and he left everything to her, and then it was just, okay, that was the most deadly mass shooting of all time, and we're moving on. We don't know why he did it, but he did it. So anyways, it looks like the Baltimore Ravens are going to have a great season this year. Lamar Jackson is poised to take them to the top.
It's also one of those things where, like, God, like you're like something like that happens, and like the amount of like emotion I feel towards it, it's like makes me feel like, oh, I'm in the simulation that's broken. Do you ever feel that way, where it's just like something that crazy happens, and you're like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah, I was especially with the pandemic, like my grasp of reality is so frayed right now. I was driving yesterday and I was just kind of looking out the window, and it's cold as shit in Minneapolis, and just looking outside and being like, I really don't like feel like I live in reality right now. Like, it feels fake or something.
Yeah, it feels very fake. It feels like 9/11 happened, and then everything else, it was just like, oh, that no one knows what to do after that.
Yeah, some people have theories that was the moment that we transferred into the what do you call it? The algorithm or whatever. What's it called?
The simulation?
There you go.
Yeah, well, it's like 9/11 happened, and then people were like, wait, I think the government did this, and then we all just like woke up in a computer.
Well, a lot of people too will say, like, if you could go back in time and stop 9/11, would you? I would go back in time and start it.
Yeah.
I want to be the guy who did it.
I would start it on 9.
So you know.
10. I would start it on.
I would do it a day early. I would do something bigger a day early.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 would just be completely overshadowed. They'd be like, who cares if 3,000 Americans
the
died?
Baltimore Ravens are going to the big
9/10.
dance this year.
I guess if I could go back in time, I would just go to the Denver Broncos and I would tell them exactly who to draft every year. That's the only thing I would change.
You know what I would do? I would go back in time and I would stop the doctor from circumcising you, Ryan.
Thank you.
What if 9/11 happened on 4/20?
Damn. Think about it.
On April 20th, bro? Bro, what the fuck, dude? Think about that.
Hitler's birthday.
We would be
and 9/11.
Dude, they'd be.
And 9/11.
Can you imagine looking at it and being like, dude, somebody is smoking the Twin Towers right now?
Oh my God! If it happened on 4/20, the Twin Towers, they would just like turn them into joints, Like those would be the memes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
Damn, really makes you fucking think, dude.
There's always a memes to the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
That we're kind of on this topic right now. Do you guys know this Marjorie Taylor Greene person?
Is she the congressman? Or
she's
senator?
she's the Quainon Congress.
The Quainon Congress.
Quainon, yeah. Quainon.
And I have this article here saying she refused to apologize on the House floor the other day for believing in 9/11 conspiracy theories. So that's where we're at right now with the federal government.
I mean, honestly,
she was wearing a mask that said censored on it, which we should all invest in some of those.
You're literally giving a speech in the Capitol building. You can't wear a mask that says censored while you're doing
also
it.
Like, what are you
censoring you?
Also, what are you, just like Andrew Schultz or some fucking comedian? like what is this, your comedy album? Why do you have a censored mask?
They probably have similar politics.
I mean,
like her and who's the fucking dude that Jake Flores always gets in a fucking fight with?
Luis Gomez.
Luis Gomez. At the end of the day, I have good politics, and I've never been mean to anyone.
No, you have good politics, and you're nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mama's little sweetie baby. That's
Mama's
what they call
little
me.
baby.
That when I enter a room, grown men turn and they say, "Is that Mama's little sweetie baby?"
Well, now
I think it is.
Now I'm imagining you. It's like a Wild West saloon, and you swing the bar, gates open, and and the music
the
stops,
gates.
and there's just like whispers. We're like, "That's Mama's little sweet baby." Right.
Is that Mama's
that's
little
that's
sweetie
right.
baby?
That one, Mama's sweet little baby. Boy.
And
everything-
Ladies and gentlemen, for the heavyweight championship of the world, in the blue corner, standing at 5'7", 140 pounds. He's heavyweight somehow. Ryan, Mama's little sweetie baby. Oh, I'm out.
And standing in the other corner,
The red corner.
weighing at 6 feet, also 140 pounds, is Daddy. Sweet little
boy.
baby.
Daddy's little piece of shit. Tommy Bayer.
Daddy's stinky little turd son.
Boo! Boo! Fuck you, Daddy stinky little turd.
Fuck you.
You're flipping off the crowd under your gloves.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm wearing some white boxer shorts. My pants, I shit my pants clearly.
Dude, this is a dream I feel like I've had. This sounds like something I would dream.
This is funny because last night I had a dream.
This episode's insane.
I had a dream where I was hanging out with you and your brother who has the restaurant, and your brother was just actually a baby, but he was still like the chef of the restaurant and stuff. Which is kind of how I imagine reality is, because isn't he like 20 years old or something?
He's 22.
So much more successful than we will ever be.
Yeah, I mean, he's very successful. I'm really proud of him.
For a baby? That's pretty good.
Just a tiny baby. I had this really funny interaction with this like kid at work. So he comes to the window. He's like this 10-year-old kid, from Brooklyn, like has the accent, which a lot of times you don't see kids. They have the East Coast accent. It's a lot of older guys, older men and women. So it was really funny seeing like a 10-year-old boy. He's like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. So I'm gonna get some bread, and he's like
Bill Burr.
Yeah. Hey, how's it fucking go? I'm gonna get some fucking bread. Yeah. Gotta get a few baguettes. So who cares? So the kid gets a bunch of bread, and
I'm gonna buy a bun.
I'm gonna get a fucking bun. I might get a fucking bun. Who cares? I don't know. So he gets a bunch of bread. I'm like, all right, just like meet me by the door, and I'll hand it off to you. And we didn't have like some variation of his order, So I'm like, hey man, we don't have the ciabatta, but I have this and that. So I'm just gonna have to give you like this much. And then he like interrupts me, does all the math out loud, and he's like, no, I paid you 20, so I give you 16, and like does it all out loud. And then he's like, here, so take this, and here's 2 for you, and then tips me, and gives me $2. And I was like, oh yes, sir, like yes, yes, mister. Okay.
Dude, that's what happens when a 10-year-old just has a New York accent. Is they're just an adult.
Yeah,
That's
you're better, you're smarter
figure.
than I am, and yes, I will listen to you, small child. Yeah. It was awesome. He tipped me $2 and like almost put it in like my shirt pocket, like I was just a fucking kid.
Grabbed your tits.
Because I was
puts it in your shirt pocket, gives you a little slap on the cheek.
Well, I was gonna do the math slowly, being like, all right, so you gave me this money, I'm gonna give you this back. And he's just like, no, here, and here's $2. Don't worry about it. Walks away with the bread I gave him, and I was like, that kid owns a small business,
That kid literally walking away, just like, I'm gonna get a bun. People are like, what if you get a stomachache? I don't care. Yeah. I'm gonna get a gun.
Whenever he comes to the window, it's so funny. He's like, yeah, I'll do an onion focaccia, and I'm like,
onion focaccia.
Yeah, I'll do an onion focaccia, and then I'm just like, yeah, man. I'm like so nervous around this kid.
I'm also so stupid because I'm putting myself, like, if I'm asking for that, I would mispronounce it. I'd be like, yeah, I'll get a focaccia. I'd get a tree. I'd walk out with a tree somehow.
Yeah.
A house plant.
Yeah.
I'd like the juniper. You got juniper back there? Is that a bread? What is that?
Yeah, that kid rules. Yeah.
We have a online apology, an anonymous apology that somebody sent in. We'll get to that.
A quinonymous apology.
Yes. Oh, we are Q. Realizing just now, I can't believe I'm just realizing that it's us three, and it's been us three the whole time.
Yep.
Okay.
When bits go too far.
Yeah. Sorry, and it's the kind of thing where it's like we've been doing it for so long that it'd be weird to come out and tell people now. I don't know.
Mhm.
It was a big oops.
If you want to submit your own anonymous apology, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast. Submit or demand your own anonymous apology. And that's the only way you can do that. So this is in reference to one of our older episodes when... Okay. The apology was from the episode Welcome to Sturgis with Mike Lester. And I told a story about how my dad, and I think somebody had apologized for this in their apology as well, basically didn't see that somebody was missing an arm and said something insensitive. Like my dad was going to a bakery and he was like trying to carry all the bread out, and he goes to the guy who sold him bread. He's like, "Man, I wish I had another arm." And the guy's like, "Yeah, you and me both, buddy." And he's got one arm. The guy,
Yeah.
baker.
Which I think I said this before, but it seems like an old street joke, you know, which is like, it's just a very funny situation.
Well, that's how old street jokes start. Is it actually happens one time, and then it just becomes a joke. Hey, why'd that chicken cross the road? I don't know. It did though. It actually did. I just saw it. I don't know why it's crossing, but it just did. So
that has rough implications for 99% of street jokes that you hear.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I agree with that one, Ryan.
Every stereotype is rooted in a lot of truth. It actually happened.
Keep talking, Ryan.
Yeah, again, I don't know.
I'm letting it loose, baby. The cogs are turning.
So this is here we go. Inspired by the one-arm apology in the Sturgis episode, I would like to sincerely apologize to the young one-eyed child and his mother who I met a few years ago at my friend's wedding.
Is he like, what is this? An old fucking folk song? Like,
one-eyed child.
One-eyed child and his mother at his wedding.
At my friend's wedding.
Like, is this a poem?
Old, young, one-eyed child.
Okay, I'm
so
sorry.
This is what they have to apologize for, though. My dog also has one eye, so I instantly told the mom and compared the two. My fault.
It is the same.
Okay, yeah, inappropriate, but I get where this person was coming from.
You're trying to make a
connection. You're trying to relate. And sometimes when you try to relate to people, you can just kind of go in the wrong direction, even though I think the intent was good.
This is where like having a pet to have a personality goes wrong. Because it's like the only way you can relate to other people is via your pet. So it's like, my grandma is dying of cancer. You're like, I took my dog to the vet the other day. That was bad too. It's like,
I'm just imagining someone's like, yeah, I lost my dad in Vietnam, and I'm like, I also lost my dog in Vietnam. Fuck, I don't know why.
No, you're like,
why? My dog wasn't even in Vietnam.
I've never been to Vietnam.
Yeah, fuck, sorry, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
it's such a tough winter. My farm, my crops died. Yeah, my aunt farm, similar thing. I'm sorry, man. I gotta go.
You ever do the opposite though? You ever have someone who's like, yeah, my dog got hit by a car, and then you're like, well, my grandma's dead. So
that's
maybe I know you're hurting right now, but think about that, because that was a real person who I had a connection with.
This just made me think of something that I can definitely apologize for.
Well, my car got hit by a dog, so think about how I feel. You know how hard it was to get that dent fixed?
It's like you're talking to the person whose dog you just killed.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, that was me actually." Oh, wow.
You think you're mad? You think you're sad?
Look at my bumper.
Look at my brand new
Look at all
Mitsubishi.
the blood and fur on my bumper.
Look at my new Toyota Highlander, which you can purchase at Marquart's.
What about my
Hyundai
Mazda?
Is My Mazda, is that the name of a song?
Hey Mazda. It's
Hey
all
there,
right,
my
Mazda.
I was gonna say, hey there, my Mazda. I really hope I can buy you, but you're really expensive, and I work at McDonald's.
I
So
want to drive a Mazda so I can call it my Mazda Cita. Oh God, I'm having too damn of a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say this: my Mazda just had its quinceañera the other day.
Call it a Mazda Cita. How you doing, folks?
Hey, folks, good to be here.
Good to be here.
Anyways,
I'm getting kicked out of the club. Interesting.
Anyway,
Already.
it's great to be here at the House of Comedy in Mall of America. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so I was hosting a comedy show, and friend of the show, Alex Petra, was on it, and he had told me beforehand, he was like, yeah, I'm just in a really bad mood. Like, my dog died like this week, and it's a real bummer. And I was like, oh man, like, you know, doing the sympathy stuff. And then when I was introducing him, I was like, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic, his dog just died. Welcome, Alex Petra.
Why, Grant? Why would you bring anybody up like that?
and then
Grant has a thing about him where he just sometimes just acts on his worst impulse, and he can't really help it, I think.
especially when I'm hosting a comedy show, which is
Yeah,
the worst time that you want.
Yeah,
to have
you'll
that.
just say the worst thing that comes to your head.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and
Dude,
then he was he took it like a champ, but then I realized like later that Alex is not really the person you want to do that to. I think he would be in agreement with this. He's a pretty sensitive boy, which I didn't really realize at the time, and that's a thing that you can get into trouble with other comics if you don't realize that they have certain sensitivity
Feelings?
because you just yes that's it. Certain sensitivities is what I call feelings.
It's weird.
So,
that guy's just not even a sociopath, but he still does stand up. I don't
like
get it.
he's upset that I introduced him talking about his dog that just died. What the
Weird.
Yeah.
the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah, other comics will
I'll
just be
apologize
so mean
about
to
that.
me, and I'm just like, that's my best friend. That's that's my brother. I love that guy.
Men will literally go start a podcast with their bullies instead of going to therapy.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so
Oh, God.
sorry to Alex Petra for that unfortunate thing. Sorry your dog died.
And also, we should accept this listener's apology. I think their heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, real quick, you were talking about therapy just now. I thought therapy and telepathy were the same thing for a long time. So, you know, when people would say, I'm going to therapy, I would stop thinking whatever I was thinking. I would go, oh, time to stop thinking that.
Like they're going to telepathy class or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, this person can read my mind. You gotta be careful what I think about them.
They're going to X-Men. What's that place called? Professor.
X-Men Academy.
Is that really what it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
X-Men School of Wizards of Mutants.
And Witchcraft.
I'm watching Lord of the Rings, by the way.
What you think?
It's all right.
For the first time?
Like actually watching, yeah. I'm on the Fellowship. It's all right. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know, I'll say this: a lot of fellows, not a lot of ships. A lot of walking in that movie.
I don't know if there's any ships in that. No, there are some ocean scenes.
Gandalf blows a ship smoke ring, which
yes.
It doesn't matter how good you are at vaping, folks. You can't do it. You just can't. It doesn't matter.
Lord of the
you
Rings.
Can practice all you want, huh?
Lord of the Rings, fictional movie. A lot of people don't know that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, never happened.
I thought that movie was going to be about how old trees are.
Yeah. Again, wrong.
Yeah, completely different movie.
But
I thought it was a documentary.
That's the
9
Giving
hours
Tree.
long.
That's the Giving Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
A documentary that is a children's book.
The Taking Tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called My Ex-Wife. There we go. There we go.
Hey, it's
All
good to
right.
be here at the House of Comedy. Oh, I'm getting kicked out. Getting kicked out right now. Okay.
Getting kicked out again? I wasn't supposed to come back on stage after I got
I've
kicked
been,
out the first time? All right.
I've been banned. I've been banned for saying
Alright.
Ali wrong. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, everybody.
All right,
But
I
also makes sense.
Mhm.
guess, fair. The crowd loved it though. So
Yeah, I think we accept the apology for sure because this is an awkward situation. When you're at a wedding, you don't necessarily know everybody. You're taking swings. You're reaching
Dude.
down into the conversation bag, and whatever
The
comes
worst
out is
is-
what comes out.
The worst is when you're giving a toast.
Yeah, if this
And
was
then
during the toast, then that
You go, hey, Greg, his son doesn't have an eye. My son doesn't have an eye. So that's pretty crazy.
and
you know?
my son is my dog.
Have you guys ever given a
yeah.
wedding toast?
Yeah.
No. Did I ever tell you my idea for a wedding toast? You clink, you go clink, 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 and you go, I'd like to make a toast, and then you wheel out a toaster and bread. You
Nice.
put it down, you go, all right, thank you.
Yeah. And then
How about-
everyone's just like, look, Ryan's mentally disabled, so you just kind of have to let him do his thing, and you're just
He's a
like,
comedian. He thinks he has a podcast.
yeah, he thinks he has a podcast, and you're just like, all right, I swear I'm not mentally disabled.
Do you want
He
white
says-
wheat or rye?
He says he
keeps-
works in construction, but I actually drove past the dump the other day and I saw him just hitting a board with a hammer
Yeah, we
by
just kinda,
himself.
you just kind of got to let him do his thing, you know.
He said he was a fireman last week. I don't know.
Yeah, you just kind of you gotta let the kid go. Wait, Grant, what was your wedding toast?
Yeah, Tommy, I did give a wedding toast. I was the best man at my my brother's wedding, and it was basically.
Which, by the way, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but best man, not a contest. It turns out. I was at
it's
a
not
wedding.
a contest when I'm involved.
I was at a wedding 2 years ago. Thought we were gonna vote. Turns out there was a guy already chosen. Why'd I even dress up? You know.
You thought you were going to do a series of strongman events.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
who's
true.
the best
And
man?
Who
the
can
and
throw the
Grant-
bride
chivalrous?
the farthest?
That's true. And
Yeah.
Grant, I swear we'll get back to your story. But Ryan, when we
Sorry,
were on the
Joe.
road one time, we went into like this really kind of shitty gas station in the middle of nowhere, and Ryan bought some lottery tickets. He was like, "Yeah, can I get 2 best man tickets, please?" You know, and he's like, "Just anywhere. I just need to be someone's best man."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what was your?
Clearly didn't hit.
Yeah, what was your?
Which, by the way, I've never actually played the lottery because to me it's not a game. It's it's a job.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
I was the best man in my brother's wedding, and it was basically what got me into stand up because
Really?
it was like quite a long time before I actually did stand up, but it was always what I thought about before I actually committed to doing stand up. I was like, well, I absolutely crushed that best man speech, which I did. It was like I had multiple people not just gas myself up, even though I am like
Gas yourself up, King.
come up to me, and like my brother said people came up to him too and said it was the best speech they've ever seen. Like,
Oh my
Damn.
God, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And then you got your taste,
yeah.
and you've just been chasing that.
Because I had like written jokes, and I was like doing jokes about how like I was like alluding to the fact that I slept with my sister-in-law, and dude, it was crushing, crushing. And
That's pretty funny.
my dad, I absolutely buried my dad.
Yeah,
he had
you
to
had to
go up
follow?
after me.
Oh,
dude,
brutal.
my dad is not a. Well, we've talked about him before. Great guy, pretty stoic guy. He's not not super emotive and stuff. So he was just like he was spluttering up there after I was.
Yeah.
Just,
We went from
leveled
best
the
man
room.
to worst man. Am I right? Look at this guy.
Yeah, I went up and
eating it.
I went up and took the microphone out of his hand and said that,
Mhm.
and just like kind of face palmed him.
You hit him on the top of the head with the microphone. Get
Yeah.
out of here, you scrub.
Yeah.
Well, my,
and then I brought out the toaster, and that
Fuck.
leveled the place, destroyed
Yeah.
the room.
Um,
They called the wedding off right after that because they were
I'd
like,
like
that's a
to-
high point. We're getting
I'd like
divorced
to
now.
make a toast, but I forgot to bring my toaster. And then you sit down,
yeah.
and everyone
End of
is
speech.
silent.
Oh, by the way, I would be I got to bring this up. Jack is my brother, and him and his wife Gabby just gave birth to a daughter. So I have a new niece. Congrats to Jack.
Let's
He's
go.
a listener. Sophia, welcome to the world.
Welcome to the world,
Shouts out Sophia, our new #1 fan.
Yep. Go ahead. Leave a 5-star review.
Jack, feel free to play this over the baby monitor.
Mm-hmm.
She will become
One of
a
us.
racist if you do that.
Yeah. So congratulations, Jack and Gabby and me. You know, it's pretty. Mostly to
and
me.
us. And
Well,
me
Yeah, and
Tommy.
you guys. Yeah.
Well, I'm jealous, man. It's you get to have a baby in your life now, and you don't have to have really the responsibility of having a
Well,
baby
you
in
had
your
your
life.
little brother, you know. So.
Yeah, but he is a full-grown
Well,
man
and Tommy,
technically.
you
so it's a little
also
different.
Debatable.
live
Okay.
you also live inside your own mind too, Tommy. So
Well, everyone.
in a lot of ways, that's like having a baby too, because your brain mentally.
I don't get how that really makes sense and why it's
See, that's
it's
baby
funny.
brain. That's
I don't
baby
think-
brain
funny.
right there.
It's pretty funny because
You're saying my brain is a baby, and
Yeah.
I live
You
inside.
live inside of it. Yeah.
Okay, that feels like a really.
The reason you don't
like
that's
a-
not a
Tommy,
stretch at all, Tommy.
the reason you can't grasp this concept is because it's not right in front of your face, dangling like a set of keys.
Yeah,
Tommy
it just
doesn't have object permanence.
No.
it just feels like you heard a bunch of like a bunch of like fourth grade schoolyard disses, and you're saying them in a little bit more smarter terms, you know.
Well,
instead
I'm
of
an intelligent person. I have the intellect of an ancient wise man who has never been inflicted by any mental distress.
We haven't been in the stoicism corner for quite some time.
no, I wonder
Yeah,
when we're gonna get back to that.
Seems like you've lost grasp of that a little bit, Ryan.
I haven't actually. I've just been I've delved so deep into it that I've come out the other side, and now I'm feeling more than I ever have before.
Yeah. What?
When you're searching for monsters, be careful that that they don't look back at you.
Ryan, I just pictured
Yeah.
your version of meditation is just you standing out in like a big parking lot, just staring at the sun, just no sunglasses.
Well, no,
on,
it's
just-
me standing in the middle of traffic
Yeah.
during rush hour, and just everyone's honking at me, and that's when I'm truly just at one.
It's Ryan turning his TV on to the fuzzy channel and just staring at it naked in his room.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys
Focusing on nothing.
Did I tell you guys I open the blinds now? I open the blinds when I'm naked at like 3 in the or like 4 in the morning, eating my cereal. I open the blinds. I'm completely naked, and I stand up and eat my cereal and look at the 1 or 2 cars that's driving.
Yeah,
You're
you're
living
becoming
that French
taxi
lifestyle.
driver.
Oh yeah.
You have
Yeah,
taxi
but-
driver vibes.
What about doesn't pay his taxes driver?
What about taxi Adam driver? I don't know. I
Dude,
don't know what
That's
we're
the
talking
show.
about anymore. Jesus Christ.
Is that the show?
This episode was insane. Please listen. We don't know how to.
so bad.
Yeah.
We'll get better. This is a weird remote episode, you guys.
Do you guys have anything to plug?
The only thing I have to plug is my ass.
Ryan's showing us his ass right now.
All
Well,
right,
they'll see the
okay.
video.
All right, folks. Hopefully my balls aren't hanging out. Sometimes they do that out the
Yeah.
back.
I don't know. Email me death threats at grantwinklescomedy.com.
/WeCoolPodcast.
/WeCoolPodcast.
Submit or demand an anonymous apology. We always need more of those, so please do that. 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Hit like. Do all that stuff. Subscribe to my YouTube. Go to the Minnesota Comedy, mncomedy.com. It's a blog. Patrick Strait runs it. He just he did a nice write-up about me, mentioned the podcast about the sketches. He said my sketches are the funniest thing on the entire internet, which I think might be a little bit of an overstatement, but we'll see. You know, he's the journalist.
And as for me, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Come see me at work. Come say hi to me. Come say hi to me at the window, please.
For me, all I ask is for world peace and to end the stigma of world hunger. And the stigma behind it, okay?
Is that too much to ask?
A lot of people are really hungry, and I don't think that we should be shaming them for being hungry.
I agree.
And the stigma on world hunger.
And the stigma on world. I'm going to tweet that as soon as we get off this call.
It's not a bad thing for the world to be hungry. So,
And the stigma.
and the stigma.
Ryan,
Yeah.
when we workshopped the tweet live on the podcast last week, that second tweet you sent out got way more traction, right? The motorcycle one.
Yeah. When a group of men hang out for too long, their motorcycles start to psych up.
Mhm.
Cycle up.
Can I
Start to
workshop
sync
in something that's pretty bad?
No, I can do that, Tommy. So
So like Brazilian lounge music.
yeah.
Yeah.
A Brazilian lounge. Why don't those guys get to work? So quit lounging around.
More like Brazilian lazy music.
We're like, hey, Brazilian lounge. Why don't you guys get a job? Huh?
Alley wrong.
Tweet that.
If I'm
Just
Alley
tweet
wrong,
Alley wrong.
I don't want to be Alley wrong.
Dude, I tweeted Ralph Nader Ginsburg the other day.
I loved that one.
That did pretty good. Just Ralph Nader Ginsburg.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I guess again, and the stigma on world hunger.
Mhm.
Call your parents up.
Mhm.
Tell them you love them. Tell them thank you for giving me life and
That's nice.
bringing me into existence. Mommy's sweetie little baby boy. So
And for Ryan, the angriest man in the world.
For Grant, the anal the anal gaping machine winkles.
For Grant,
Tommy,
young boy twinkles.
and Tommy, the deep underwater worm bear.
Jesus.
I have been Brian.
Stinky butt call.
Mama's sweetie little
Hi.
baby call. And this has been the We Cool Podcast. And I guess here, I'll do that one more time.
No, we're not
for
doing
Grant-
double take.
For Grant, stinky poopy ass.
Since when do we
winkles.
do 2 takes on this podcast?
Stinky poopy dog, stinky poo poo caca winkles. And for Tommy, the pee doesn't work since the accident he had there. I, Ryan, the guy who has a nice penis and an even nicer asshole call. Thank you. This has been the We Cool Podcast. Fucking bye.
God, this podcast is stupid.
You're just mad. You're just mad 'cause you don't like your nickname, bro.
No, that is not why I'm mad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You just don't like the nickname. The podcast was good.
Oh, maybe that was pretty good.
The nickname was even better, I would argue.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go